The mission of our church, as you may know, is to grow in Jesus and to tell of his love. One of the best ways we do that as a congregation is our Bible information class, where we get to tell of Jesus' love with people from all walks of life and all spiritual backgrounds. Today on this Confirmation Sunday, we wanted to introduce you to a number of the people in our Bible information class whose lives have been changed as they got to hear of Jesus' love in our class. We hope that you can welcome them with open arms into our church and see that our prayers and our offerings have not been in vain, but they have done great things to the glory of God.
Well, we first came to Eastside because of our daughter, preschool, or pre-K.
She did the 3K, and then this year she does the 4K.
Well, I first came to Eastside because it's in my neighborhood, and so we came and checked it out a few times, and I really loved the message that Pastors Mike and Glenn portrayed. You know, it really gave off a great vibe, and we were welcomed and thought this would be a place we want to come check out some more.
I first came to Eastside by invitation. My son, Caden, actually participated in the summer soccer camp, and he was a part of that. And then I also came to enroll him into the school here.
I first came to Eastside actually with my girlfriend. She introduced me here. She brought me here. My first experience was coming to a sermon. Just randomly, coming with her to a service, and I was really just blown away with the information that was packed into that one service, and the enthusiasm and the people that surrounded it really just kind of blew me away. So,
I guess we first came, because my brother was driving up the street, and for some reason his car turned, hit the tree out front, and died. And I actually came in here to apologize for what happened, and got to know Pastor Mike and Pastor Glenn, and I guess it was very touching how much they wanted to help.
The first day I came to BIC class, I was driving here at about 5:45 a.m. and I thought to myself, I hope my father-in-law really appreciates this. But then I also thought that if Pastor Mike is willing to meet me at 6 a.m. on Tuesdays to fit my schedule, that's a really, really good thing.
The first day I came to BIC, I was actually thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? How is this going to help me come back to God? But throughout the class, I learned that so many things that I didn't know.
The first day I came to BIC class, I was thinking that it would be another one of those classes that I would take nothing out of, and I would just sit there for however long it was and not do anything. And then the third or fourth one, I started to pick up on some of the stuff and started to understand it, started to ask questions, and yeah.
I don't know if I really knew what to think. This was my first experience really learning anything about the Bible in general, and I was excited because I've always felt like I didn't know enough. Sometimes I felt like my 4-year-old knew more than I did, so I was excited to show her up for once.
And I was like, this is going to be interesting. I was like, it's another class, and it ended up being a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The first day I came to BIC, I had high expectations, but I still wasn't really sure what to expect. I didn't know what I would learn about my faith. I thought, I would just learn about the Bible and its teachings and what is in there, but I wasn't sure where that would take me, where it would go. Would it be stuff that I already knew, or would I learn completely new stuff? I wasn't sure. But I was pleasantly surprised in finding out that I learned more about myself and my faith through the teachings that we learned in the Bible and the topics that we talked about in class than I ever would have imagined.
During BIC, God blessed me by showing me that I can trust Him, and He will be there to guide me no matter what.
I think God blessed our family more than just me personally, just being able to see the kids take their Bible that they were able to get from church and read it every night and follow along and kind of know, just want to read it and on a nightly basis, and just to see them kind of absorb all that. This was really neat to kind of see and continue to see them do that and kind of enjoy what they're reading. Stuff. So that was pretty neat.
I think God blessed me through my experience with BIC class in helping me have a better understanding of my faith and what it means to be a Christian. You know, in the past I had a faith and I thought I understood it. I thought faith meant, you know, having to go to service, having to learn the Bible, having to do these things. And I always looked at it like, oh, these are things I have to do to have a faith. And now through BIC class, I'm looking at like, these are things that I want to do. These are, I want to go to service, I want to learn, I want to get in the Bible, I want to meet the people who are part of the church, I want to do all these things. And it's not because, oh, I have to do these things because it's, you know, it's what you're supposed to do. It's because I want to glorify God, I want to show Him the praise, the thanks for everything that He's done for me. So.
Well, I'd say God blessed me through the BIC class simply in the sense that as I learned, I became more and more comfortable, and which made me appreciate all the things that have been given to me that I didn't even know about.
I think the biggest thing for me was learning not to stress and just learning that fate wasn't really in my hands and it was more in His hands for my life, and that no matter how much I stressed about things, it wouldn't change the outcome, and that let me live a little easier, I think.
I want to join Eastside because I want to continue growing in my faith, and this is the place that I think I can do that with all the people that surround you, helping you, supporting you, with the pastors, you know, being on your side and helping you grow and learn all the opportunities that are out there as far as studies and Bible studies and group sessions and small groups. Just the whole package of Eastside is really enticing and interesting and fun, and I want to be a part of that, and I want to continue.
I want to join Eastside because of the atmosphere, the people, good pastors, a good message, the fact that there's a school here, so we can grow, our son can grow up in a great environment.
I think the atmosphere here is pretty awesome. I think everyone's really friendly when you go to a church service. Whether you know them or not, they're very friendly with you. It's very welcoming, and our family has really fallen in love with the church in general, the school and the church.
I want to join Eastside as a member because my son goes to school here, and I want him to grow up in a Christian home. I want him to learn about God and be surrounded by God's love.
You're always greeted with a smile, open arms, and this Pastor Mike is awesome.
I want to join the church because so far there's been like, it almost seems like so far when I've been at the church, I've been like almost like a nicer person. I've like accepted stuff about like, like the very first day I came to BIC class and you said that that you were like saying something about sins and stuff, and the first day I'm like, I'm screwed, I'm not going to heaven at all. And then you started to learn more about it, like forgiveness, and then I started to like forgive people more. And I think if I keep coming to church, it will like make me a better person than what I am now.
I think for people who are thinking about joining BIC class, the first thing is probably nerves and not knowing what to expect with it. And in reality, it's actually acceptable to not know much, and that's what the class is about. I was nervous that I would be probably the last person in the BIC class who had any education with the Bible. And I got lucky, and it was actually easy to ask questions, and it was easy to learn and to not know much.
If somebody is nervous about coming to BIC class, I would just tell them to jump into it. The rewards are amazing. You'll learn so much that you didn't know. If you think you know everything about the Bible, you'll learn even more.
I would say if someone wanted to join BIC class, they should just jump right in, give it a shot, and they'll be glad that they did, and the rewards that come along with it are great.
Well, I would think if you weren't sure about joining BIC class, when Pastor Mike asked me about it, the first time. I was a little, thinking it'd be a chore, I guess, and I guess it was the week 2 or week 3, Pastor Glenn had said I was going to thank him after the class for not ramming it down our throats, and he said that during it. I'm not going to ram it down your throat. What works for you? You got to figure that out. What works for you, and it's not. I'm actually gonna miss it a little bit. It was. It's well worth the time you put into it. You learn more, and the connection that, especially for a new member, that getting to know the pastors better, and almost a personal level, it's outstanding. You're able to appreciate church more and kind of understand the message better, I guess.
I would say to someone who's nervous that everyone's going to be nervous when it's about something that you don't know or don't completely understand. So don't look at that as a reason not to do it. Look at it as an opportunity to really learn who you are, learn who God is, who Jesus is, and understand that better. I think that you will get so much more out of it than you could have ever expected. And you might have the highest expectations, but you will be surprised what you get out of it. It's a great, friendly environment. You don't have to feel nervous about your knowledge in the Bible. I never once felt that I was underqualified. So just do it. Just jump in, have fun, and get ready to learn, because you will.